Hey teams, what is up? Here with Zoe, of course. She is sporting her new shirt. It's a polo shirt. See the 3 on the side there. Oh wait, let's show them the back. Let's show them the back. And the big polo man with her name says Zoe. What's up with that? You styling and profiling. All right. Thank you for the licks. Alright, you can take off now. Alright teams, well, week 3 is past us and it's been a really interesting season so far. Lots of action. There's 2 teams that are undefeated, a number of us that are at 1 and 2, and I think there's 2 teams that are in 2 and 1. So still early in the season, you could still turn your season around, but it's starting to get interesting to see where people are going to start falling towards the middle of the season and who's going to be contending for the Vader and who's going to be contending for the pink plate. So let's see what happens there. Anyways, good week, and I'm really just going to get straight to the updates, if that's all right with you. So let me pull that up. Alright, let's get going here. Alright, so this week's points leader, never see it coming. Never see it coming is currently at 3-0. He had 141 points this week, which is huge. You know, he's blowing away all the competition right now. Everyone that he's faced, he's dismantled. There's been 3 weeks so far, and he's beating his competition by average of 43.3 points. Pretty impressive. So I guess you're doing something right. Keep up the good work. That gets you, as you know, $10 to you. Pay that man his money. Alright, other winners this week. Finally in the win column. Me, yes, the Dakanizer 2.0. I had 123 points. Happy to have a win, thank goodness. Also winning, did it all for the Wookiee, our rookie Wookiee, with 112 points. Dropping Deuces with 94 points. And the Bone Crusher with 86 points. Winning again for the 2nd week in a row with a very, very close matchup. Last week he beat me by 1 point. This week he barely won by 4 points. Had Julio Jones had a good game, he would not be on this winner list, but nonetheless, he still won and is 3-0 and undefeated. Quite impressive. And then our last winner, Jacole all the time, with 81 points. So congratulations to this week's winners. This week's scoring leaders, at number 1, Marvin Jones with 37 points from Team Beast Mode. Coming from Cincinnati, going to Detroit, making an impact that big in a game, pretty impressive. And then the next 3 scoring leaders, 2 were on the bench and 1's on the waiver wire. So the Chiefs had a huge week, destroyed the Jets. They scored, the defense special teams scored 32 points. Jacole all the time, had him on the bench, but that's okay. And then Trevor Siemian had a huge game as well with 31 points. He is a free agent right now. He is on the waiver wire. If you need an extra quarterback or a new quarterback at that, you might want to consider picking him up, possibly. And then Matt Stafford with 29 points from the Bone Crusher was on the bench, so it doesn't count. So our number 2 scoring leader is Devonta Freeman, coming back big for Yo Bella Check Yourself with 29 points. And then at number 3, quarterback Drew Brees from the Dirty Dirty. He scored 28 points from Team Never See It Coming. So those are our scoring leaders for this week. Well, I went past the normal primetime music and into the next one. That means I had a lot of content, I guess. Alright, so that brings us now to this week's Come On Man, Not So Top 3. At number 3, the Amish Rifle, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yes, you had a horrible week. You scored -1 point. Let's see, you had 0 touchdowns. You had 6 picks against the Chiefs. Hence, the Chiefs having such a great week, having 32 points. What is going on with you? You are affecting not only your team, but some of our players. If you can't throw the ball right, our receivers aren't getting the balls, so you're affecting a lot of people here. But -1 point, serious? 6 picks, serious? That hasn't been done, by the way, since Peyton Manning a couple of years ago when he threw 6 picks. But, man, that's pretty horrible. So you get a come on, man. All right, at number 2, I'm calling out Team Fear Sandra. Yes, you had a good week. I mean, you scored the 3rd most points in the league this week with 100 and, what was it? Let me refer here. With 115 points. That's actually pretty impressive. But you could have won this week. One of your decisions really cost you. And that decision was to bench Matt Ryan. How do you bench Matt Ryan? Coming into week 3, he was the top quarterback in the league, scoring the most points. How do you sit him and start Andy Dalton? Yes, the Red Rifle is good, but Matt Ryan is hot right now. And so you sat him, which cost you, because if I look at the scores, Matt Ryan scored, let me look at this again and refer. Okay, so Matt Ryan scored 21 points, while Andy Dalton scored you 12 points. Let's see, that's a difference of 9 points. Okay, the score between you and I was 115 to 123. So 115 plus those 9 points difference that you could have had would have brought you to 124. Hence, you would have beaten me by 1 point. So, bad decision to bench the top quarterback to this point. So, anyways, that brings you to 1 and 2. You got a loss. I'm not really complaining because I got to win, but it was a bad decision on your behalf. So you get a come on, man. All right, and then at number 1, I'm calling out. You ready for this? Ninja butt rape. Yes, ninja butt rape. So, I don't know what you were thinking, but before the week started, you dropped the Vikings, defense and special teams. They were the top defense and special teams in the league to this point. I don't know what happened to where you wanted to drop them, but you did. And thankfully, I personally appreciate it because I got to pick up the defense and drop the horrible Rams defense, which helped me win this week. But you ended up picking up the Packers defense and special teams, which this week the Vikings scored 25 points. Huge for the week, and the Packers only scored 2 points. A difference of 23-point difference. If you'd taken that 23-point difference against your matchup, let's see here, let me pull that up, you would have got 103 points and you would have easily won against dropping deuces. So, you didn't, so that brings you to 1-2 as well. Bad decision to drop that that defense, special teams. So, anyways, you get a huge also. Come on, man! All right, goes to show you, every point counts, every decision counts in this league. All right, so this week's matchup of the week, now that we're in fourth week, I can start looking and kind of highlight a matchup of the week. And this week it's going to be against the Bone Cracker and Dropping Deuces. Bone Cracker, of course, is 3-0. You know, it's been not decisive like never see it coming. There was some really close matchups, but a win is a win. You are 3-0, and Dropping Deuces is 2-1. So a pretty good matchup. And looking at the line, you guys are pretty close as far as matchups go. So I'm calling that as the matchup of the week. Good luck to both of you guys. And then other league notes. This week starts the bye week, so make sure you watch your lineups. Don't get caught with roster neglect and starting a team or a player that's on a bye week. So keep an eye on that. The bye weeks are going to go from week 4 all the way to week 11, so just be conscious of that. All right, and then this week there's a Thursday night football game, which will be tonight, the Dolphins versus the Bengals. And then Sunday, early morning, from London, is the matchup between the Jags and the Colts. So more football, more good football. You know, good luck to the teams this week in week 4. It's really, as we get towards the middle of this season, it's going to start to separate you know, the people who are going for the Vader and those who are trying to stay away from the pink plate. So good luck this week. That's all that I have. This is your commissioner. I'm out. Deuces.